Hey, y'all, happy Thursday. Are y'all still dealing with the rain? Let me fix my clothes here. Are y'all still dealing with the rain, the storm? Debbie wrecking havoc. You know what? Why do they name all the storms after a female name? That's messy, right? It's messy in and of itself. But Debbie out here cutting up. They say we's gonna get this rain until Friday. Or I take that back. They said until Saturday. Yeah, Debbie out here cutting a fool, and we got to deal with it all the way to this weekend. It's a whole hot mess. But listen, guys, happy Thursday. Glad to see y'all in the building. Glad to see y'all spending some time with me here for trending topics, okay? Y'all know the routine, though. As you come in the building, you got to hit the like button. Francis, thank you so much for the super chat. You trying to start off my Thursday night train off right. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Listen, everybody, just hit the like button as you come in, okay? That's all that's required. Hit the like button. So I had a good time last night. I went out to the city. It was raining, but you know what? I survived the rain, survived everything. Went said happy birthday to Dad. He turned 86, and you know what? To God be the glory. Longevity, life, happiness, friends, family. That's what it's all about. But I'm glad you're here. Tonight's trending topics is called substance problem. Substance problem. You know, if we all could get one wish a year, I wish every year we can all get one wish to rid the world of something bad. One on the top of my wishes would be these substances. It just destroys families. It destroys lives. It takes people out of here too soon. It's a mess. And I feel that everybody that is pumping the poison into our neighborhoods, when they get caught, they need to do the maximum amount of time. They do. I do not like substances. It's taking out many people who we don't know their names. It's taking out many people who we do know their names. Name all the celebrities that you know that unfortunately succumbed to the substance abuse. We got Whitney Houston, Prince, Michael Jackson. I mean, come on, it's so many people. So many people. And these names I probably can't think of right now off the top of my head, but y'all can throw it in the chat. The known people that we know that left this world too soon, too early, destroyed their talents because of substance abuse. Yes, thank you, Savannah. Kurt Cobain. It's so many. It's very sad. What's his name? Matthew Perry. And they're trying to find people to pay for DMX. Come on, River Phoenix. Come on, y'all. It's too many. People need to pay. So you got Kanye West. Now listen, Kanye West has been all over the place. All over the place. Boy George. Oh, I didn't realize. I probably just didn't remember. It's sad. So you got what's his name? Kanye West. Now his what do you call it? His ex-chief of staff. Yeah, Michael K. Williams. Come on now, people. His ex-chief of staff said that the dentist that gave him that nasty, ugly, disgusting grill in his mouth, titanium, that Kanye paid $850,000 for. There's nothing I would get in my mouth for $850,000. I'm sorry. And I care about my teeth. $850,000. You can get everybody in your family mouths done for $850,000. And that thing is going to rot out Kanye's real teeth. But back to the chief of staff. The chief of staff, and see, you know what? Holler to the chief of staff, even if he's doing it for selfish reasons. The chief of staff said he reported that dentist because he claims the dentist has gotten Kanye West hooked on laughing gas, nitrous oxide. And shout out to my sub that sent me the email that told me all the things that particular gas does to your system. Like, no, lowers your nervous system, does this, that, and the other. And claims that this dentist is selling it to Kanye for $50K a month. He's serving them up a supply. You know, worse than the street pharmacists, I call them street pharmacists, worse than the street pharmacists are the ones that are giving, they signed the oath, and they got a blue prescription pad, and they're pushing the medications onto these celebrity clients with the legal blue prescription pad. Prince wasn't going on the street to get his substances. Prince, before he died, he was either outside of Walgreens or a CVS, pacing the lot, waiting for them to fill a prescription. He was hooked on prescription medication, prescription drugs. Did we not forget about Michael Jackson and Dr. Conrad Murray? Dr. Conrad Murray every night was giving Michael Jackson Propanol that you get when you in surgery to go to sleep. That's what he was giving Michael Jackson. Those are the worst. They worse than the people that's on the street selling it, because you took an oath and you for sure know what that stuff can do to a human being. And all for the mighty dollar, you are getting millions to take somebody down. You know what? Let me tell you something. I like my things. I like to go shopping, but I will work 7 jobs. 7 jobs before I do something illegal to get money and get the things that I like. I like a Gucci bag, but I don't have to carry one. I like a Gucci bag, but I'm not about to bop somebody upside the head or scam somebody out of their money or do something to harm somebody so I can go to the store and buy a Gucci bag like that. That's crazy. What do people say? That's crazy work. So you a whole dentist, and you allegedly are selling somebody gas, laughing gas, $50K a month. First of all, what board? Because you have to get this from a supply place. What places allow you to get that much every month anyway and not think something suspicious about it? You're not fixing that many people's teeth in a month. You're not. But nobody questions anybody when it comes to the almighty dollar bill. So the chief of staff said, you want to know why Kanye's not putting out music? You want to know why Kanye is not doing any Yeezy clothes anymore? He's saying, look at Thomas. And he claims that dentist preys on the African-American celebrities. Go there to get a diamond in your tooth, and you leave with a little bit something more. He probably asked you, allegedly, do you want some laughing gas? This is going to help you remain calm. Are you overwhelmed by your celebrity status? Are the comments in the social media getting to you? I got something for you. Greedy. We're going to talk about it, though. Then we got Marcus Jordan. You know, it was a big debate. I did a video on this earlier. It was a big debate because I said, the title, I said, Michael Jordan, save your son. Save your son. I don't care if you are still alive. I don't care if you're 90 and your kid is 60. I don't care if you're 100 and your kid is 70. I don't care. It's still your child. So allegedly, Marcus Jordan out there in the south of France with the new girlfriend, the new girlfriend that looks like the old girlfriend, lost her. And I was confused, but you know, again, thank you for the comments. The people helped me get my confusion together. I'm like, how bad do you have it that in broad daylight, it wasn't dark outside, he wasn't in a corner somewhere at a party hiding up underneath a table, in broad daylight, you unscrew the container, It had this long stem on it, and there was some white powder on the end, and you like, in broad daylight. And Tasha, yes, you are correct. You are correct. You can't force, but you know what you can do. And I'm not telling anybody what to believe. You pray and you stay in their ear. You stay in their ear. You pray for them and you stay in their ear. But what you also do is, though, you try your very best when you got them from birth to 18 to instill some stuff in them and to tell them you believe in them and you're here for them and they can make it and they can do this thing. It has got to be hard when your mother and father, when your father is Michael Jordan. It's got to be hard if your mother's Beyonce and your dad is Jay-Z. Because if you can't sing or you can't rap, the people going to give you the business because people are evil in these streets. They're going to be like, how your mother Beyonce, can you sing? Can you dance? Y'all see how they did Blue Ivy at first when she was on the tour with her mother? Telling her you can't dance. I don't even know why you on that stage. And Blue Ivy showed up. She kept dancing. She kept her head up. But she kept her head up because she got a mama that said, keep going. I love you. You see how I ignore the comments? I'm going to need you to ignore them too. And Blue Ivy made it through that whole tour. So we're going to need Michael Jordan, at least I am. Go see about your son, Marcus. Because he's gone. When you can be in broad daylight, it's not good. Then we're going to talk about Nelly's arrest. How old is Ashanti? I think she's 41. Let me tell you what society does to women. I don't care if you black, yellow, orange, green. Let me tell you what society does to women. When they see you, if the society think you cute and then you single, they'll be like, they'll say, why you not married? Why you single? Then you happen to get married 2 seconds after you say I do. They be like, well, when you going to have a baby? Then you have a baby and because you want to go back to work. Well, why you going back to work? Then you just have the baby. You're going to be watching the baby. They give us the business 24/7. And some people succumb to the pressure of other people's opinions. So you have Ashanti, beautiful girl, absolutely beautiful. Young, single, no kids. Every time somebody stick a mic in her face, are you dating? Do you want to be a mom? When you going to have kids? So she finds herself, because maybe she was out there, I don't know her business. But when I'm using Ashanti, this applies to a good portion of the females in the world, right? So she finds herself looking back, looking in the rearview mirror like Jennifer Lopez did. And said, okay, it didn't work out with Johnny, Michael, Terrence, Boo Boo. It didn't work out with none of them. But I remember, Mark. Maybe I'm gonna give Mark a call because when we was together, he was good to me. He still looked good. He's single. Maybe I'll give Mark a call. Then you give Mark a call. You raise him up from the dead, from the past. Leave the past where it's at. 9 times out of 10, and I know y'all could probably come tell me stories about the people who they got back with somebody from the past and now they've been married for 35 years old. Like, yeah, I get it, But most of the stories, when the people look back, it don't work. Because it didn't work the first time for a reason. It usually don't work, but yeah, I'm aware there are probably stories out there where 1 out of 10 or 1 out of 1,000 or 10,000, it worked. But most of the time when you look back, it's the death of you. Jennifer Lopez now driving herself bananas. She's staging paparazzi photo shoots and all that. Also, she don't have to just say that this marriage between her and Ben Affleck is over. And Jennifer Lopez turned 55 and she's still with the shenanigans. No, I'm 54. At this age, I'm like, okay, I messed up. It happened. Let's all move on. Because I'm going to move on. Yeah, I look back. And then I found out that fool was the same fool he was when I left him before. And so now I got to leave him again. I know I had 3 weddings, 2 engagement parties, a bachelorette party. I know I had all that. I bought the nice dress. I had 3 dresses, 3 wedding dresses. I know I did a whole movie on him saying I loved him. I wrote a whole album dedicated to him and he still left me. Leave the past where it's at. Leave it. I told y'all before, when somebody for the streets, they for the streets. And 9 times out of 10, you ain't going to win against the streets. Nah, the streets be calling their name. It will wake them up out of their sleep. Yes, it will. It will wake them up. And when the streets call their name, it will wake them up out of their sleep. You'll be in that house sick as a dog. And the streets call their name and they will go to the streets. So back to Nelly and this arrest. He got Ashanti. This should be the best time of his life. He got Ashanti. They're married. She 2 seconds from giving birth. I thought she had the baby already. I don't know why I thought that. But anyway, she 2 seconds from giving birth. Literally 2 seconds. Any day now, the baby going to come out her belly. And he is at a casino. Why are all these people getting in trouble at the casino? He's at the casino. And now the updated piece of the story is he allegedly had a big win and they did whatever. The point is there was 4 ecstasy pills allegedly found on him. And when they took the mugshot, he appeared to look high as a kite. And somebody told me, I don't know this, somebody told me that he's been dealing with the substance problems himself for a while now. Why is it, ladies, that we love to take on a project? Your mate, your husband, your significant other should not be a project. Should not be build a man. Let me pick him up and put the pieces back together again. Well, where we doing that at? And listen, let me tell you this. When you younger and you dating, you probably got to pick them up, fix them up, and tell them how to date and clean them up and all that. And at the age of 40, that man don't have his act together, leave him in the streets. I don't care how much money he have. I don't care how good he looks. I don't care if the words that come out his mouth turns you on. Leave him where he's at on the streets. At the age of 40 and above, you don't have it together. I'm not a counselor. I didn't go to school for that. I'm not your mom. I put my pom-poms away. Matter of fact, I gave them to the Goodwill. I'm not going to be over in the corner constantly trying to cheer you on. You're 40. Raise up. So Ashanti, she waited all this time to get married, have a kid, and she married somebody who's over at the casino when any second now she could be popping this baby out her belly and he's got ecstasy pills in his pocket allegedly. And when the mugshot, he wasn't looking like me. It's like Justin Timberlake, his lawyer was saying he wasn't high, drunk, or whatever when they caught him. Well, the mugshot, it looked different, but all right, whatever y'all say, we'll roll with it. But we looking at the mugshot. Are you telling us our eyes are lying to us? You telling us our eyes are deceiving us? Now, I know I got these glasses on, but I took them off. I put them back on. I took them off. I looked close. I got all the way to the computer, and his eyes look glassy and messed up to me. But we're going to move on. Listen, guys, it's time to load this train up. Are y'all ready? Can I get a what in the chat? Can I get a choo-choo? All aboard, everybody. It is Thursday night trending topics, and we're calling this title a substance problem, okay? We got Kanye West, where the chief of staff is saying, hey, somebody help. Listen, Kanye has been crying out for months. He got his wife paraded around with not a stitch of clothing on. You done saw all her good business. I mean, the next thing, she's just going to walk outside naked because that's all that's left right now. We got Marcus Jordan. Okay. And then we got Nelly. I guess clickety, allegedly with the pills. Let me load this train up and bring the people on in the building. Hold on one second now. Hey, Savannah.
Hey, Diva.
Felicia. Hey, Katrina. Oh, hey, Shan. You welcome back in the building. And hey,
hey.
Julie. Hey.
Hey, Shan. Hey, I missed y'all.
Oh, we wish you back.
Hey, Shan.
Hey.
All right,
I'm
y'all.
Excited.
Well, I'm glad. Listen, before we get into the stories, I do want to do an update. There's an update on a few stories, but I'm gonna just verbally give you the update on one, show you the update on another, and then we'll get right into the stories. So update number one is, I don't know if y'all remember the story. I want to say if it wasn't earlier this week, it was last week, where the guy was in a hotel. And Devontae is his first name. His last name is slipping my mind right now, but his name was Devontae. He was running around. His family said he had some type of mental break, and he ran into the ladies' room. They dragged him out of the hotel, and they beat him. And at first, they said they were still looking into whether they was going to charge the 4 employees. Well, they're charging them. So that is one update. So we will stay connected to that story. The other situation is there is what do you call it? The young kid, autistic. Remember, he was a black kid, very tall, big kid, and the teacher at the time, I believe it wasn't a regular teacher in the school. If I remember correctly, it was a substitute. But this teacher, she took away either his phone or his game or something like that. And he went ham on her, unfortunately. He went ham on her. And so they wanted to charge him as an adult. They did. He did get jail time. Very, very sad. But also that teacher wanted no mercy shown upon this child. Very sad story. And I want to say, thank you, Savannah, substitute handler. I want to say that unfortunately, he did get 5 years in jail. In addition to that, I want to say they did give him something crazy like 18 years. It was either 18 years or months, but I've sworn I saw years of probation. So let me just see. Let's just look at this update really quickly. Very, very sad.
A Flagler County High School student caught on camera violently beating a teacher's aide just learned his sentence. News 6's Molly Reed is outside the courtroom in Bunnell, where the decision was just handed down. Molly.
Yeah, tonight the judge decided that he would sentence Depa to 60 months. So that's about 5 years in prison, followed by 15 months or 15 years of probation after that. He was, between the decision of sentencing him as a juvenile or an adult here. He ultimately decided to as an adult. Now, the judge says that he realizes Brendan Depa has autism, but that this incident with him beating the teacher's aide was senselessly violent, saying it was, quote, troubling. He says at the time of the incident, again, Depa was just 17 years old, so just a juvenile, but this was also not an isolated incident. He said he has shown violence and aggression in the past with a number of Baker Acts because of it and numerous battery charges. We heard from several witnesses today, including his mom, who says he has autism among other diagnosed disorders, and their family had seen the aggression before. He's charged with beating teacher's aide Joe Nadich last year for taking his Nintendo away in class, deputies saying he beat her unconscious. All of it was caught on the video that the judge referenced today, too.
It captures senseless, extreme violence in a very troubling way. Dr. Pritchard testified that that was both volitional and an intentional act, in again saying that Mr. Depa understands the difference between right or wrong. He knew that it was wrong. He admitted to Dr. Pritchard that he knew it was wrong, wished he hadn't done it, but he did it anyway.
And again, we just spoke with Depa's mom again out here in the hallway. Again, that sentencing was just handed down. We asked her what she thought of the sentencing. She thought it was completely wrong. She said her son was wrong. She felt by the school district. She said they knew his needs and his triggers, and she said his plan was not followed. She thought he needed more care, probation. She asked the judge for him to come home, but again, he will now head to prison for the next 5 years. In Flagler County, I'm Molly Reed, getting results, News 6.
All right, Molly, thank you for that.
What a very, 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 what a very sad case. I'm at a loss for words, and I gotta check into it. But I thought it was years of probation. So really, he is sentenced to like 20 years, right? Somebody for behind the scenes, you want to just look that up while moving to the first story. But I really thought it was 5 years in actual jail because they did charge him as an adult. And then it was 15 years of like probation after that, which is total insanity. And especially because the school system failed him. I don't know if she even has a case or will win, but I feel like the mom should sue the school system. Now, the mom is his adopted mom, and she fought hard for him. But again, I will say that the teacher who this actually happened to, she was very vocal about him paying for what he did to her. All right. So I'm not minimizing what he did either. I'm just saying that it's some injustice all the way around. So just an update there. So let's go ahead and get into this Kanye West story and the accusations that his ex-chief of staff made against the dentist, that serviced Kanye West, and he feels is now taking advantage of Kanye West. Okay. So Kanye West, former chief of staff, claims dentist got rapper hooked on nitrous gas. Doctor denies the allegations. Let me just pause that. So Kanye West, former chief of staff, accused dentist Thomas Donelly of getting the rapper addicted to nitric oxide. There is a reason Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, is no longer capable of successfully releasing music or clothing, Milo claimed in a series of posts on X on Wednesday. Connolly got Ye hooked on nitrous laughing gas. It is my belief that Connolly sought to diminish Ye's mental faculties so that Connolly and his business associates could extract millions of dollars from him. And that's the dentist that the ex-chief of staff is accusing of this. The British far-right political commentator further claimed he uncovered the fraud and intervened, which upset the Grammy winner 47. So when the ex-chief of staff tried to intervene, Kanye West got upset. But I will say this to you, and I'm not saying this about Kanye West or Ye, but I will say that many substance abuse users, when you try to intervene and they do not want help or are not ready, they will get extremely upset with the person that is trying to intervene. And it led to Milo's exit from Yeezy earlier this year. Yee's hooked on nitrous. Yee's hooked on nitrous blew up our relationship on purpose by proposing something he knew I had to resign over because I had told him so. The resurrection of his longtime idle fantasies of making porn, he alleged. In April, West Rep told Page 6 he was in talks to launch a Yeezy porn studio after reportedly considering the idea for some time. Milo, who worked for the Gold Digger rapper between 2022 and 2024, confirmed he filed a complaint against Connolly with the California Dental Board, claiming he's a dangerous predator and who targets African American celebrities. He posted the legal affidavit, which he alleged the dentist charged West $50,000 per month to supply nitrous gas for recreational use. Milo further accused Connolly of giving the heartless hitmaker the gas even even after he began showing distressing symptoms that led to widespread comment and concern. Additionally, the complaint alleged the celebrity dentist gave West so much gas that he had 4 surgical-sized canisters in his home at one time. Milo also claimed Conley spoke about putting Ye under, as though it was a normal part of everyday life. When I initially read this, the first thing I thought about was Michael Jackson, how he passed, and how that Dr. Conrad was giving Michael Jackson propofol to go to sleep at night. A rep for Conley denied the allegations to TMZ Wednesday, saying that Milo's tweets were not only factually incorrect, but also intentionally misleading. The rep also accused Milo of making false statements to gain attention and damage Conley's reputation. West's lawyer and Conley's office did not immediately respond to page 6 request for a comment. Connolly, the self-proclaimed father of diamond dentistry, installed West $850,000 titanium, grill earlier this year. Ye was a pleasure to work with every step of the process, he told Complex in January. His vision for designing unique art transcends the dental progression. As we go around and talk about this, I'm going to pull up this dentist Instagram page. There's several things that I don't like about this. When you see this dentist, there's one video that the dentist has on his page where someone is undergoing a dental procedure. This someone appears to be like, sleep from, anesthetic, but at the same time, not one tattoo, but there's several tattoo artists tattooing this person as they're getting a dental procedure done. Like, where is the, the sterileness and the cleanliness and that happening all at the same time? I thought it was extremely messy. I don't like this. Something does seems amiss. Savannah, you're up.
So, Diva, they prescribe him any cans of fluoride or toothpaste or something? Because that Kanye looks awful, and that girl, he paid $850,000 to mutilate his teeth or his mouth. I'm confused, and I understand the story is the dentist, the medical practitioner, not abiding by his oath, but I just can't get over that mouth. And Kanye loves to stay relevant and loves controversy. And there's just, I would think that he would learn a lesson with the controversy surrounding Michael Jackson and the care that he received, because that's the one that comes to mind when this story comes up. But these medical professionals, whether it's giving them medication or even plastic surgery, these physicians, they go ahead, the fame doesn't interfere, it just, they give them what they want. And although just because they're celebrity, they should continue to receive the proper quality of care, but with the exception of having additional privacy, maybe. But aren't they still governed by the same laws and regulations? And is this a American doctor, dentist, or is this someone in Britain?
No, he's here in America. He's here.
But he's here in America. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to figure out, like, doesn't patient doctor confidentiality also come into play? I'm just,
the doctor is the one leaking this information. Kanye West chief of staff, his ex-chief of staff, is saying that this dentist took advantage of Kanye West, is selling him this nitrous oxide for $50K a month for recreational use. And he's saying that this dentist preys upon African-American talent. He's saying he's a predator, and he's saying he's dangerous. So no, and the dentist is coming out and saying that the ex-chief of staff is a liar, and he's trying to destroy, whatever. But what he's saying, what the ex-chief of staff is saying, is that this man is reckless and he's a predator, and he has Kanye West hooked on this nitrous oxide laughing gas.
Okay. I just think that there should absolutely. Oh my! What is that? I'm sorry.
That's
is that the dentist that was working out?
Yes, that's the dentist. He says teeth and
wow.
tattoos. So his specialty is teeth and tattoos, and the people come to him. He says that he's the diamond. He's the diamond dentistry. It's his nickname, and he gives these people these diamonds to put on their teeth. And he's known for having like this artwork on your teeth. And he sold Kanye West that titanium grill that he has for $850,000.
I just think, in a normal doctor-patient relationship, there, the doctor's usually revered as a higher authority of knowing, care and stuff. But here, when it comes to celebrities, that role gets reversed, because maybe the doctor is starstruck or wants to be a celebrity himself, as maybe this is showing. But I'm just, Kanye just I don't know. I tap out. Kanye just wants to stay relevant. I really don't understand him.
Yeah, Kanye may want to stay relevant, but I think it's a whole bigger issue when you have a dentist. So here is the one where I said, this is this dentist. This didn't make sense to me. And I showed this when Kanye first got that grill. You got 3 people tattooing a patient. This patient is under anesthetic, and you're in his mouth. Like, this is just not normal. This is crazy. This is insane. Let me move on. Where we at? Felicia, you're up.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Woo. I'm going to remind you, there's predators everywhere. Mm-hmm. Here comes your dentist, getting you addicted to something you have no real access to. I don't know how much this gas would cost wholesale, but I'm sure he's not getting the wholesale price, because the dentist looks like he's on some kind of steroids or something.
Oh, you better talk to the people. Come on now.
So that costs money. So, he's doing you while you're doing him, and it's a kiki and a he, and meanwhile, you have those precious children who need some stability in their life. And this is what you're doing. It's a joke on these YouTube streets talking about generational wealth. Well, that's where it's getting spent, folks. I probably won't be here when the story come out. Kanye ain't got no money. He living on the street, can't get EBT, can't get food stamps, and the kids are in underperforming schools. It's a sad, sad day. But the dentist's doing okay. He living his best life. We love to do that. We support others in living their best lives while our families suffer. Check in with your family. Check in with your goals. This will be another one. Checks out. Oh, let's charge. No, they won't charge this guy because he has the complexion for protection. What you call it? Michael doctor didn't have it. So he had to go do some time and lost his license. I'm sickened. I'm looking at all these professional athletes and artists, all this money to get all this damage done. It's very sad. I'm done.
Thank you. He creates $1 million smiles with diamonds, the stones in the teeth of Post Malone, Odell Beckham Jr., and other celebrities were put there by Dr. Thomas Donelly, a Los Angeles dentist. This man got client after client, and the best you could do is allegedly take advantage, as of someone who who mental status is not all the way there, and then you're going to sell him allegedly this gas for $50K a month. It's just messy, but you see these celebrities, they're loving it. destroying their teeth, putting this diamond stuff on their teeth. Like, look at this. You're getting where do you go where you get a tattoo and they're in your mouth at the same time? I wouldn't even be the anesthesiologist with this foolery right here. And he's not even hiding it. Did the dental association, they think this is okay? What if some ink fly in your mouth? This is just crazy to me. I've never seen anything like it. It just doesn't make sense. Katrina, you're up.
Yes, this is ridiculous. And Kanye already suffered from a substance abuse problem, right? And this doctor is selling him this stuff for $50,000 a month. I mean, wow, he's making bank. And is that a proven fact, or this man just saying this? Is it a proven fact, Diva?
No, everything is alleged, but I will tell you this: the ex-chief of staff, he did go to the board of dentistry. So he's different.
Yeah, got something wrong then.
He's different than a lot of these other individuals who just go to blogs and be talking. He went to the proper people to try to say that this man is a predator.
Yeah, because I think Michael Jackson, dermatologist, was giving him the D, what you already know. But yeah, this is ridiculous. This is sad. And for this man to take it, well, I'm not going to say he's taking advantage. Well, actually, he is taking advantage because this person has a substance abuse problem. If not, they would not be paying $50,000 a case for some laughing gas. I hope he gets what coming to him. I hope Kanye get help because we all know he needs it. But this dentist needs to be stopped while he's flexing around, showing his muscles and doing all this and taking his money from these people, which he's not making them come to him. They went to him. But he needs to be stopped before somebody else be hooked on something else. That's all I got, Diva.
I appreciate you. This is crazy. A crazy, crazy story. Shan, you're up.
It is a sad, sad world where some people have so much money, they don't know what to do with it. They do stupidity, foolery. And then you have some people who don't have anything, any food, anything. So it's crazy to me. I just don't understand why somebody would want almost $1 million in their mouth. Like, how can you properly brush your teeth? Tooth decay, so many things just seem wrong with that. If this is true, allegedly, like if the chief of staff came out saying this, I'm proud of him for coming out, because I know a lot of these celebrities probably have a lot of people who are like yes men and different things like that. So at least somebody is trying to look out for Kanye, because obviously he's not doing a good job looking out for himself. So this is just sad. I don't know why you would want to do that, and hopefully the truth comes out. And I would not let that man touch me, especially my mouth. Your mouth, you can get so much infections. Like, people don't know. It's not just your teeth. It's the pathway into, it's like, you know what I mean? It's so many things to go wrong. So hopefully he gets some help, Kanye, and it gets sorted out. But it's good somebody's speaking up or trying to.
I agree with you. Thank you, Shan. Julius, you're up.
This is like, if he is doing what is alleged, that was told to the dental board, he needs to be held accountable. But Diva, we need to hold our community as well accountable.
Okay.
Because he wouldn't have our money if we won't be going to him. It's a two-way street.
Well, come you talking? Because look at the people smiling, they happy.
Stop spending the money and he won't have no money. Take better care of your health. Like, it's common sense. Common freaking sense. But given today's world, yeah, people don't want to go by common sense because to them it's boring. I don't care. Think before you do something. And he looked like an addict. steroids, doing all the muscle poses and stuff. Like he ain't fooling nobody. He look like he on steroids.
Allegedly. Be easy with your words.
Sorry.
That's okay. Thank you, Julius. Leo, you're up.
Hey, panel. Hey, Shan, the VIP.
Hey, Leo, my VIP sister. I'm so happy you came out.
So, this story is absolutely crazy. It shows you that there's a market for everything, right? Grills and platinum teeth and diamonds and all this stuff in your mouth. And if anybody has ever conversed with anybody with any of these things in their mouth, the breath is atrocious. The breath is atrocious. So I say that all to say that it's a market for anything. He is using these people to be able to get money for allegedly whatever substances he using to be able to get this bodybuilder body that he has that's also atrocious. Like, I don't know who told him that his body looks good, but it does not. I even see some shrinkage, but that's another story. So that kind of lets you think that he probably is using something else. And if he's sending Kanye this laughing gas, he is literally a drug dealer, right? So why you go into dentistry to be a drug dealer? That part. And from everything that I know, I have a past bestie, a good friend that I had back in the days. I mean, her were friends for many, many years. She's a dental hygienist. And I think when you look at the people who have pretty white teeth, I think that is the treasure, not the diamonds and the platinum and the gold in your mouth. To have regular, pretty white teeth is actually the treasure. You keep up with your dental work. You have a great smile with all this other stuff not being in your mouth. I think that should be the goal. Because celebrity after celebrity after celebrity have went and got these diamonds and stuff in their mouth, it looks like that is a better goal than just having good dental work. Just having just pretty teeth, straight up, no chaser.
And don't forget your tongue, people.
And your tongue. Just having straight, pretty teeth is no longer the optimum goal. It is to have tattoos and all this stuff going on while you're getting dentistry. That ish is crazy. That ish is crazy. And he trying to make people believe that this is okay. And that people do believe it's okay. Because the celebrities do it. That ish is crazy. The whole thing is crazy. No. When they say Hollywood, Hollyweird, I'm saying Hollyweird for real.
I appreciate you, Leo. Tay, you're up.
One, I'm fine with my teeth where it is how it was when I was a kid. Two, I sure don't want him mess with my teeth. I will sue him, like put some diamond in my mouth in there. I sure don't want all that stuff in my mouth. I just want pure white teeth. That's all I want. Just how he is. I just feel bad for Kanye West. I really do. Because he had to go to this man who take advantage of his money right there. Because why? Because you want gold teeth and diamond in your mouth. What? Trying to impress some ladies for this right here? I mean, it ain't that cute having diamonds in the mouth. No, it's not. Nah, that's not my thing right there. Sorry. I'm fine with pure white teeth. That's all, diva.
I appreciate you. Yeah, to get back to this laughing gas that allegedly is being supplied to Kanye West. I hope someone looks into what his ex-chief of staff is saying. We always beg for people to speak up in real time. It seems like this individual has spoken up in real time. And is he being heard? Ladam, you're up. What are your thoughts on Kanye West allegedly being supplied this laughing gas by a dentist at $50K a month?
Oh, I'm hi everybody. I'm just coming in and stuff like that, right? Okay,
Mhm.
so you're saying that the dentist is charging him 50,000 a month just for the laughing gas?
Allegedly, according to Kanye West, F chief of staff, and he said that it's destroying Kanye, and that the dentist was plotting to do this to him and extract millions of dollars from him.
Oh, that could be true. That could be true. Because this guy looks like he's on something himself, some kind of steroid himself. So he had to support his own habit. So I can see him doing that. I really do. But I really, you know what? Remember James Bond 007, the real tall guy with the metal mouth?
Yes.
Anybody remember watching this and stuff like that? Well, if that dude was
I
not handsome
do.
with a mouth, yeah. If that guy didn't look good with a mouth like that, what makes these people think they look good with a mouth like that? They look horrible. And don't and the smell, I know it got to be terrible because you cannot floss properly with that. Okay, they had to take the enamel down, prep your teeth, and everything like that. I used to be in dentistry. Okay, it's a good process, good process. Okay, but it's also unsanitary. The board of health need to go, check this guy out. How are you messing in somebody's mouth and at the same time giving tattoos? All of these people in the same operatory. That's crazy. There's nothing sanitary about that. But if this guy is really doing this, I hope Kanye can like have some something to back this up, some kind of receipt or whatever. Okay, and I don't mean a paper type, something to back it up, because I mean, like, when it comes down to it, if you're addicted to something, that's you. Okay, you did something to get addicted. You kept accepting the laughing gas. I mean, like, I don't even get how he can be addicted, because if you get this the laughing gas, right, it's not something you get every day. Okay, you only get it during the procedure. Okay, so
Now,
I don't understand how he.
Hold on, Ladam. His ex-chief of staff saying that Kanye had canisters in his house of this particular laughing gas, and that it was being supplied to him at $50K a month. So you and I cannot just go get this from anywhere. Only a doctor or dentist would have the ability to get this. So he is violating his license too as a dentist. He's being allegedly, if this is so, like a drug dealer with a prescription pad. So nitrous oxide laughing gas is a sedative healthcare providers use to keep you comfortable during procedures. It is a colorless, faintly sweet smelling gas that you breathe in through a nose piece. Unlike other sedation options, you can drive shortly after receiving nitrous oxide. But imagine if you're doing this every single day. It's no different than you popping some type of pill or something like that. It's the same thing with Michael Jackson. After a while, that propofol, he had to get more and more and more and more to get him to sleep. And eventually it killed him because Dr. Conrad could not wake him up, okay? And probably did not even have him on the proper, what do you call it, monitors while he was under it. So nitrous oxide, commonly known as laughing gas, is a type of short-acting sedative. I read its colors, whatever. Physician and dentist, and that's why the dentist would allegedly have access to it, have been using nitrous oxide since the mid-19th century, and it's still one of the most common inhaled sedatives used today. It's fast-acting and it wears off quickly, making it an ideal sedation option for short or minor procedures. So if you're doing this every day and it's altering you, it's making you feel calm, relaxed, happy, giddy, okay, mildly euphoric, lightheaded, tingling in your arms and legs, heaviness, like you're sinking deeper into the exam chair or table. Imagine someone taking this every day. Every day. So,
Okay.
go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I was saying, okay, imagine taking it every day, right? But the doctor is breaking the law by doing that, okay, because he's writing a prescription for it, because that's the only way that Kanye could have gotten it. And Kanye's at fault also because, like it says, it wears off quickly. It wears off quickly. How in the world you how many days, months he had them in sniffing the nitrous oxide in order to become addicted of something that wears off quickly? We're not talking about any other like street drug. Okay. And with the Conrad Murray situation, I think he was like on some kind of drug himself, because this fool tried to give him CPR and stuff like that while he was on the bed. While Michael was on the bed, not on a hard surface. So his compressions was totally worthless. Okay. Any doctor would have known better than that. I think he was in some kind of, some situation himself.
I think he
You understand what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think he panicked. But what are the risks of using nitrous oxide recreationally? Some people use nitrous oxide recreationally to achieve a momentary euphoric high, but inhaling laughing gas more often than you need it can cause seriously and potentially life-threatening health complications like low blood pressure, hypertension, low oxygen, hypoxia, fainting, heart attack, nerve damage. People who use laughing gas recreationally have an increased risk of these long-term conditions: depression, psychosis, memory loss, muscle spasm, all kind of stuff, nervousness, weakened immune system, birth defects if used during pregnancy. Listen, this is a whole hot mess. I will stay connected to the story. If the chief of staff, what the chief of staff is saying is so, I hope this gets looked into. And if it is so, I really hope that Kanye West gets the help that he needs. But he said something to me that was even more like disheartening. He said how this man is a predator and he preys upon the African American community. And this came from the ex-chief of staff, who does not look like us. So, or me, I'll say. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and move into this next story. Again, I said that it's just a very sad story, very disheartening. And to me, I can roll with something right now is not, doesn't seem right with Kanye West. Okay. So let's go ahead and move into this next story. Marcus Jordan. There was this big debate going on in my video earlier in the comment section about, Diva, you can't stop your kid from doing something. They're grown. Like, what do you want Michael Jordan to do? Well, Marcus Jordan was grown when they caught Michael Jordan on the streets, and they asked Michael Jordan how he felt about his son's relationship with Larsa. Michael Jordan voiced his opinion very heavily. He said he didn't like it. So if you can still be in the business of talking about your son and his relationship, then you could be in the business with your son if he's allegedly out in these streets doing that. So don't pick and choose when you're going to be in the business. I'm going to need you, if you're going to be in the business, keep your foot in the business. But if you're not going to be in the business, then keep your foot out of all the business. Let's get into this story. Hold on one second. There we go. So, there's another thing too. People like who they like. And a lot of times you'll see people, they're like, oh, their new girlfriend looks like a little bit like their old girlfriend. They just have their type. So his new Marcus Jordan new girlfriend, Ashley Stevenson, she looks like Larsa Pippins. Okay. There's a strong resemblance there, right? And honestly, I don't know if this is what they think it is, this substance that he was caught sniffing up the nose. I don't think it's a recent habit. I feel like he might have been doing this while he was with Larsa. I don't know. 6 months after splitting up with Larsa Pippen, Marcus Jordan is in the throes of a two-half into in the throes of a two-half in the throes of entering another romance. I'll put it like that. To athlete 33, who is the son of legendary basketball player Michael Jordan, appears to now be dating model Ashley Stevenson. Jordan, who was spotted with the Beam Beauty earlier this week, shoving a white powder up his nose while they dined out with friends in the south of France. And he did this out in the open. But who is now this new woman who bears a striking resemblance to Marcus' ex, Larsa. Little is known about Ashley. However, her Instagram account provides some insight into her life. She describes herself on her Instagram account, which has over 5,700 followers, as being in my own world. Now, that's the new girl. And yes, she does have a strong resemblance to Larsa, okay? Now, this was Marcus at lunch. That's one of the pictures there. And he has sustained this broad daylight and seems to appear to be doing something up the nose there. And the people around him just seem to be oblivious to it, right? And then they talk about this girl in her bio and, her being with Marcus. I connected this article to the description of this video. You can go in and read it more on it if you want to. The question here is, does Marcus need an intervention? Does Michael Jackson, should Michael Jordan step in? I feel like Marcus has been crying out for help for a long time now, but this is a sad sight to see. We don't know the confirmation exactly what that white powder was, but we do know he was at lunch in broad daylight, appearing to look like he was doing that. Savannah, your thoughts?
Well, Diva, I'm going to agree and say that Michael Jordan should intervene and put his son in some type of medical treatment facility. I too believe that Marcus has been crying out for quite some time now for some help. Even before Larsa, that he dated Larsa, I never understood that relationship, but it's rumored that he may not be, how do I say this, be very politically correct. So Marcus may have some challenges mentally and he hasn't been able to be as successful as his brother and sister. I wonder where Juanita is in all this story. Juanita, ever since the divorce, she's shied away from the limelight. She really, I don't know anything about Juanita or what she's doing with her life ever since then. But I do think she's the one that gets and keeps her children in line. Because regardless of how old they are, how tall they are, they will always remain your children. And I do think that Marcus is feeling maybe some type of maybe as I don't want to say neglect, but he's always tried to live up to his dad's expectations of what he should be. And I think this is a horrible look for Marcus. I thought he had more sense than doing this, but I agree that he'll be in some type of medical facility within the next few weeks here.
Appreciate you, Savannah. Felicia, you're up.
Okay. He looks like a full adult to me. He looks fully grown to me. Looks like he's doing what he wants to do. There's a lot of work to be done there. I don't know what his purpose in life is. So if he has a problem, he has to go clean it up. You know, these stories just remind me that you can have excessive wealth and still be in pain and suffering, traumatized, and have no purpose. And so these two stories are just without purpose, without life, without reason. They're just out there. The people who are with him, maybe they do and maybe they don't. Don't judge the folks with him. They're just trying to understand, I guess, too, what's going on here. Even if they do. We're trying to have some breakfast. Gosh. And he looks fully grown to me. I don't know what his parents can say to him, but I know what prayer can do. Prayer changes things. And when they get to that size and to that part in their life, you got to get into some serious prayer. And Savannah, I got to disagree with you. His father was no role model, no nothing to be looking up to, okay? And I'm not going to go into the whole Michael Jordan thing, but no, he was not. I don't know if he is now, but he wasn't certainly when his children were younger. So, no, it's just heartbreaking all the way around. I'm done.
Ooh, you said something that struck a chord in me. And y'all can help me with this saying, but they said it's something where the people will perish if they have no plan, no purpose. And I'm paraphrasing, I'm not saying it exactly how it's being said, but that came to mind when you say that. Without a plan, without a purpose, you will perish. You would just walk around in this world just lost and finding yourself in doing things, and it's just very sad. And I go back to, and maybe this was the break or not the break, but I'll go back to, I feel like when Kanye West mother passed, I felt like it was a downward spiral for him. I don't know what's going on with Marcus, but I feel like he's trying to find his way. I feel like, he's trying to please the Father. I felt like he was happy with Lorsa, but they had a lot of challenges. We never know what's going on behind closed doors, but I think some of their biggest challenges was, one, that his father disapproved of the relationship, and they got a lot of backlash from the public about their relationship. And now he ends up with a Lorsa lookalike. It's a lot going on here. Julius, you're up.
Some of it is he's torn between a rock and a hard place. With a father like Michael Jordan, he expects his kids, oh, you don't associate with the people I don't associate with, or else I'm cutting you off. Sir, so you mean to tell me that you're in charge of your kids' bedrooms? Okay, great, got it. The beef between you and Michael, the beef between you and Larissa's, I think I'm saying her name right, and her ex-husband, that's between the two of you.
Come on.
What does that have to do with dude's ex-wife and your son? That has nothing to do with you, but because you wanted to be petty and childish, you sabotaged that from happening. Now, I'm going to be honest. Was I thrilled when I first heard about this? No. But Marcus looked like he really loved her. So, how these both black and white, because they both do it. I'm calling them both out. When they go to waving the money at their offspring, that's the dog whistle. Either you do what I say or you're cut off. And so Marcus decided, you know, he wanted to keep his inheritance in line. He did what his father said, then he went into a spiral. Maybe it's time for Marcus to cut the cord and find Marcus.
I appreciate you, Julius. I like that. Cut the cord and find Marcus. Because you got to be yourself. Shan, you're up?
Yeah. I think your original question was, should his father intervene? I agree with you, Diva. I feel like if you can intervene with the relationship or anything else or my business, like you could intervene with anything when it comes to your kids. But at the same time, like Miss Felicia was saying, he's a grown up. So it's like, I guess there's only so much he can do, but I hope he gets the help he needs, you know? Yeah, it's sad. Lots going on. But yeah.
Yeah. Sad. 33. And I feel like when you're doing it in broad daylight, I feel like it's a cry for help. I do. It's like, somebody please help me. Spiraling out of control. 33 and lost. I don't particularly know. I believe I heard he owned a sneaker store, or he ran the sneaker store that his dad owned. That's what's coming in my memory right now. But I feel like he's feeling like he has no purpose. Partying, and it's a lot. Katrina, you're up.
Yeah, I think he's going through the motions. I mean, not too many men have not been with Larson. And I would think he'd say, well, it's an easy ride. Let me ride too. Um, but I can understand why his father wouldn't want him with her, even though he's a grown man. They make grown decisions. This is my teammate, ex-wife. I mean, this woman is old enough. Well, when he a baby, when they was playing or something, when Scotty and Michael Jordan was playing and all that, I can see him being that way. And who to say that he hasn't tried to intervene on the way his son was living his life or doing the cocoa in broad daylight. When you're doing the cocoa in broad daylight, you definitely got a problem. And in front of other people's too, they're actually probably doing the same thing as well. So he's around that type of crowd. Most of the time, these young, rich stars and whatsoever, they have like pee parties where everybody bring in a bottle and pour it in a bowl, and they just take some out the bowl. I guess it's a Hollywood thing. I don't know, but hopefully he's in the outlight. Everybody's saying this. Maybe he see this himself, and maybe he will go check into rehab. Because can't nobody make you go. There's got to be something that you want to do yourself. Because can't nobody make you sober. You have to make your own self sober. That's all I got, Diva.
I appreciate you. Leo, you're up.
Oh wow. Okay. So I'm quite, because we are all just now seeing this per se here in the public. I would wager that this has been his behavior for a while. And I would say it, and I don't think that his father will intervene, because it may not be to his father a problem. And I say that because in my community, Michael Jordan is from here. He went to Laney High School.
Okay.
His family is still here. And I know some things, so I'm going to say allegedly, because I've not seen this with my own eyes. But I know his substance dealer. I know some things on how Jordan likes to party, and it's with the cocoa. That's his favorite. The people here in my town don't really like him like that. He is not. Charlotte holds him as their, guy. Chicago holds him as their guy. But the hometown don't really feel him like that. Because he is a whole different person when he used to come back here in his heyday than how he is in Charlotte and in Chicago. So I have had some run-ins with his entourage and have been there when he came through, and it wasn't a pretty sight. So I can just say that it may be something that's in the family that they see as recreational and not as a problem. So it won't be no help coming.
Oh my God.
Unless the scrutiny of the public outrage for him may drive him himself into some type of rehab in some type of facility. That may happen, but he's been doing this. This is not seen as, you know, a problem. This is seen as recreational. If you look Jordan in his eyes ain't white. Like you know, just look at him, and you can see that some people do naturally have like not a complete white eye, especially when you dark skinned. That is a thing. That is a thing. But his ain't that. His ain't. And I know his substance dealer personally. I grew up with him.
Whew.
So, yeah. Allegedly. So, ain't no help coming. Ain't no help coming. Sorry.
Oh God, the help's not coming. Tay, you're up. Help is not on the way. Oh my gosh.
Say just pray for him. That's all, Diva.
I appreciate you, Tay. LaDom, you're up. Are you there? LaDon, are you still there?
My mic.
Right. Okay, go ahead. There you go. I got you. I hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, you put yourself on mute again. All right. Okay, are you there?
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I'm here now.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. When his son was with Larsa, Mike intervened. Okay. Now, only thing his son did was go find a clone. So therefore, what's he gonna do differently now? What could Mike do differently now? I don't know what he could do differently now. Cause it seemed like he just went and found the same type of woman. Like he's saying, okay, Pops, you don't like this woman? How about that woman? Okay. And the strange thing about it is Kanye, after he left Kim, he went and got a clone.
Okay, you talking? Come on now.
And it's really weird. I feel like the guys that are lost, they do things like that. I don't know why. They do things like that. So I don't see what Mike can do, because I mean, like, the first time it didn't, help. The second time it's not going to help. And just like what Leo said about people in the hometown know the real deal, just like Whitney Houston. Everybody knew it, stuff like that. Everybody knew.
They did, but we ain't got to do that now. But they did. You are correct.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you. You are correct, though. You are correct.
Yeah.
The whole North He knew about Whitney Houston, the family, and the whole situation. That is facts.
Yeah. So that's all I got to say. I don't know what Mike can do, man. He tried it once. This dude is like big grown, okay? So there's nothing he really can do. This guy is gonna have to try to help himself.
Oh, he got to save himself. Mike's eyes are very different. I'll say that. Yikes is all I can say. It's substance problem tonight, and we're gonna roll right into the last story. Last story I found kind of sad too, but again, y'all enlighten me in the comments. Somebody told me in the comments that Nelly been had a problem, allegedly, with the substances. And so he was in a casino, and his lawyers, the lawyers out in these streets, can somebody give it up for the lawyers? Because the lawyers are in these streets doing what they got to do. They putting in the work. If you are paying your lawyer, the lawyers are putting in the work. Listen, Justin Timberlake, his lawyer said he was not drunk. And he said them cops in Sag Harbor, they was overzealous and all kind of whatever. The lawyer was putting in the work because he got that check from Justin. And he said, just hold on and hold tight. I got you. We're going to figure this out. And he went to bat for him with that judge, with the hotel, with the cops and everything. And told the people of the press he going to come out victorious. And then after their first court day, he told the press, I can't say much because the judge put a gag on me. But we got this. So now we got Nelly's lawyer. Nelly got arrested, had 4 ecstasy pills on him. His mugshot, he appeared to be high as a kite. And they saying that they got him on a warrant from an old arrest or something like that. And the lawyer said he had no business arresting him. And they talked about he had a big win at the casino. And then they talked about they got to run a check on you and all this. So they said they bamboozled Nelly. That's what his lawyer is saying. I'm not going to get into the weeds of all of that. I want to stay focused. My focus is you got a baby on the way. You're already a father. It's 4 a.m. in the morning and you in the streets. And they get your mugshot and you looking high. And I gotta ask Ashanti, what did you get yourself into, baby girl? Because having somebody that allegedly is hooked on substances, oh, that's a beast, and that's going to be a long, hard road. And before he would have left his seat in me, I would at least try to put him in rehab, but that's me. So Nelly's pregnant wife, Ashanti, brushes off his arrest as she shares snaps from her mother's birthday after he was taken into custody over alleged drug possession. Nelly's wife, Ashanti, brushed off news of the rapper's arrest as she shared snaps from her mother's birthday celebration on Wednesday. The hitmaker, 49, was taken into custody in the early hours of that morning after police allegedly discovered 4 ecstasy pills in his car. Ashanti, who is heavily pregnant with her first child with Nelly, failed to mention her spouse's arrest, instead sharing a gallery of snaps from her mother's birthday party last month. So she know how to do it. The mother-to-be showed off a growing bump in the selection of snaps, which were taken on July 14th as she partied with her family. She captioned a post, recaps Mom's birthday, the original momager. This was such a special night. Happy birthday again, Mom. I love you more than anything, okay? And she tagged some people. I love the frame, 7/13/2024. Okay, that's Ashanti, that's the mom, that's daddy. I guess that's the sister on the end, okay? And that's her hubby. That's her hubby from when he got arrested. Again, the eyes looking glassy, looking like, perhaps might be on something. So following Nelly's arrest, his lawyer, Scott Rosenbaum, pushed back, saying he was 100% confident this case will go nowhere. Rosenbaum is repping the hot and here artist after his arrest in Maryland Heights, an outer suburb of St. Louis, Missouri, after police allegedly discovered 4 ecstasy pills in his vehicle. Can everybody mute while I'm not talking to you? The Ride With Me artist, whose real name is Cornell Haynes Jr., also was cited for driving without insurance in the arrest. According to a report from the Missouri State Highway Patrol, Fox 2 News reported he was released later on Wednesday. In a statement released to the dailymail.com, Rosenbaum said that Nelly was not charged with drug possession, but rather arrested for no proof of insurance from 2018 on a warrant issued in December 2023 that he received no notice about. Nelly had been targeted by an overzealous, out-of-line officer, the lawyer said, after a successful evening at the Hollywood Casino and Hotel in which he won several jackpots. Rosenbaum said that the police officer, instead of just supervising the transfer of Nelly's winnings, felt compelled to needlessly run a check for warrants. The police officer told Nelly that a background check was mandated when a player won over a certain amount, Rosenbaum said. The rapper knew the claim was false after having won several jackpots for similar or greater amounts, including one just a week prior without incident or background check, Rosenbaum said. Okay, that's Ashanti at her mother's birthday. Here she goes, showing her pics of her and the family. Rosemont said that after Nelly was told of an outstanding warrant for the insurance-related infraction, the officer felt compelled to handcuff Nelly behind his back and parade him through the casino in front of the other patrons. Nelly's lawyer said that the officer then conducted a search without probable cause, where he claimed to have found alleged ecstasy in Nelly's personal property. Rosenbaum implied that the officer treated Nelly differently due to his fame, as under similar circumstances, assuming there was an old warrant without any notice to individual for proof of no insurance, any other citizen would have been told to address it and allowed to go on their way. Nelly's lawyer said that the rap artist is regularly asked to supply proof of no warrants in accordance with the requirements to travel internationally, and has also been vetted by the FBI. Rosenbaum wrapped up in saying that he was fully confident this case will go nowhere and that his firm will be asking for an inquiry into the officer's conduct. After the Missouri State Highway Patrol arrested Nelly, he was then transferred to custody for a Maryland Heights Police Department, where he was arrested on a failure to appear warrant. The warrant was reported related to traffic charge he had previously received in Maryland Heights. The department said in a statement to NBC News. Earlier this summer, Nelly was reported to have married fellow musician, artist Ashanti secretly wed nearly 6 months earlier. Citing public records, TMZ reported that the couple wed on December 27, 2023. That's them right there, living their best life. It is unknown exactly where they tied the knot, but the union became official in St. Louis County. Nelly's hails from St. Louis. Daily Mail contacted representatives for the couple for a comment. The couple is expecting their first child together after Ashanti, 43, confirmed pregnancy and revealed their engagement in April. Recently, Ashanti shared details from Nelly's proposal. The singer reflected on the event, explaining that the casual way the rapper popped the question. It was such a beautiful, intimate moment, Ashanti told Entertainment Tonight. We were not dressy. The singer said they were watching television in bed, dressed in pajamas, which added to why she was completely shocked. I cried. I gave him the biggest hug and kiss ever, Ashanti recalled. I FaceTimed everyone I knew. I was overjoyed and shocked and was surprised and happy, kind of all in one. When it comes to their impending nuptials, the foolish artist confirmed she will give birth before walking down the aisle. Never in a million years did I think I would be here, she does. 10 years ago, maybe, yes. But after our breakup, I didn't even think we ever have a conversation again. The couple dated from 2003 to 2013 before going their separate ways. In 2021, Nelly and Ashanti ran into each other at a Fat Joe and Ja Rule's versus battle. Nelly asked for Ashanti's number from DJ City, sparking the pair to rekindle their romance. I guess when you go through a breakup, for me personally, I kind of just shut that person out, Ashanti continued. It was kind of like, okay, that chapter is closed and you just move on, and there's nothing there. Oh, God. So now we got, I guess it's substance abuse or problem Thursday. And now we had to add, hey, E, we had to add Nelly to the list. Savannah, what are your thoughts?
Poor Ashanti can't win, and it is interesting how these three stories tonight tie into each other.
Mhm.
Listening to this and hearing it, I'm wondering. It said he was arrested at almost 5 in the morning, and I'm just wondering whether Ashanti had the baby or is still or about to give birth. What is he doing out at 5 in the morning when you have a wife that needs your assistance with a newborn or could go into labor at any moment? So I'm trying to figure out, I think that's where the story loses me. And with he was arrested because of an old charge of failure to have insurance almost 5 years ago. Does he not have a publicist or an assistant, a handler that would take care of these things. I'm just wondering why he's so reckless. And I feel in this story, I feel sorry for Ashanti because she finally has the spirit of she's winning. Ashanti can never shake off that scandal from Irv Gotti, and now she got the joy of a brand new baby in her 40s and marrying a man who came back into her life after almost 20 years of being apart. I my heart does break for Ashanti in this story, and for him to have such a I didn't even know these things were still out there. Ecstasy. I thought that had been upgraded out. It just seems so low level. Why would you do that? I'm confused on Nelly and what his thought is, and why he's so reckless and where his priorities are. It's a shame, and of course they're gonna have to play cleanup in the press and put the best story and twist this as best as they can. But it just shows me you're not home where you should be with your maybe about to give birth wife, or with a wife that needs your assistance with a newborn.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Savannah. What's with the casino and the celebrities with the gambling too? Because wasn't Offset just at the casino caught with some other pregnant woman, and then boom, right after that, Cardi B files for divorce. It's just a mess. I'm coming to you, Felicia, but give me a minute. Let's see this little news clipping.
Nelly's attorney is speaking out about the rapper who was arrested at Hollywood Casino. Fox News' Taylor Harris has more details after speaking with Nelly's attorney and police.
Global rap superstar and St. Louis native Cornell Nelly Haynes Jr. was arrested early Wednesday by Missouri State Highway Patrol in Maryland Heights. According to Missouri State Highway Patrol, Nelly was taken into custody around 4:45 a.m. at Hollywood Casino in Maryland Heights. The report says while verifying his identity at the casino, an outstanding warrant from Maryland Heights Police Department was found, leading to his arrest without incident.
We love you, Nelly. We don't want to see nothing bad happen to you. I hope he get through his situation right here, right now, because it's not going to make you.
Maybe we should just look past it, because we all do stupid things sometimes. Look back at Justin Timberlake last month. Kind of blew right over with the Olympics. No one's talking about it anymore.
After arresting him on the outstanding warrant for driving without insurance, Missouri State Highway Patrol said after searching him, they found 4 ecstasy pills. He was released from jail shortly after his arrest. Missouri State Highway Patrol stated formal charges for felony possession of a controlled substance will be submitted to the St. Louis County Prosecuting Attorney's Office. Nelly's attorney Scott Rosenblum issued a statement addressing the arrest, stating, Mr. Haynes was not charged with drug possession. He was arrested for no proof of insurance from 2018 on a warrant issued December 2023 that received no notice. Mr. Haynes was targeted by an overzealous, out-of-line officer. After winning several jackpots, instead of just supervising the transfer of Mr. Haynes' winnings, this officer felt compelled to needlessly run a check for warrants. It is also important to note that Mr. Haynes, as a part of the requirements to travel internationally, is regularly asked to supply proof of no warrants, including FBI checks. There were none. I am 100% confident this case will go nowhere. Several members and residents told Fox 2, despite the legal issue, that they will stand by Nelly, focusing on his remarkable legacy and hopeful for a positive resolution. Reporting from University City, Taylor Harris, Fox 2 News.
All right, Felicia, you're up.
Well, we learned something. Yeah. So this is how they do it there. So you win some money and they run a background check on you to see if they can get it back. Wow. So he didn't even get the money he won. He just got clinked, got charged allegedly for some pills that, according to his lawyer, he didn't get charged with possession. So he got for an outstanding something he didn't pay, but was never given notice for. But I didn't hear about any money, about him getting back his money. I have to agree with Savannah. I feel great empathy for Ashanti right now. This is unnecessary and unwarranted. I'm sure her husband has gone to many a casino and been in there all night and gambled or whatever and came home happy, but not this night. So it's a wake-up call, I think, of sorts. I did a little background here on his attorney. He got a good lawyer. Mr. Rosenblum exclusively concentrates on the areas of federal and state criminal law, representing individuals and businesses charged with business crimes, white collar, M, X, and D offenses. He has represented dozens of professional athletes and major recording artists. Mr. Rosenblum has handled 3 of the nation's largest white-collar federal cases, including one of the country's largest internet gambling cases. He has tried over 400 cases, including approximately 100 M cases, and has argued appeals before every Missouri court, including the Supreme Court and the 7th and 8th United States Circuit Courts of Appeal. So I think that's great news for, what's his name? Cornell, this is done. This is going to get cleaned up. I don't know if he's going to get his money back, though, from the casino. That sounds like a loss. I'm done.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Felicia. Katrina, you're up.
Most of the time when you win at the casino, they would run, like, you know, if you win a certain amount, they'll run your social security number or whatsoever to see if you owe child support or anything like that. I have never heard of them running a background check on you. I've never heard of that one. That's a new one on me. But either way, if he won his money the right way, there's no way that casino can hold his money. So he can go back and get his money, even though the man that was supposed to pay him his money was the one that ran the background check and found out that he had a car insurance warrant. I mean, like, good Lord, that's crazy. But either or, he still won that money. So they still got to give it to him because the machine didn't malfunction or anything like that. If he owed fees for child support or taxes and anything like that, they can take that money that way. But as in for an insurance ticket, no, they got to pay him his money. You just can't take nobody money like that. The only thing they ask for you, if you win that the jackpot or any type of winnings, they just need to see your ID. As long as you got the proper ID, they got to pay you your money. And by him having whatever he had on him, which I already know what it is, I don't know, he be on stage like his eyes rolling the back of his head and stuff, so something ain't right. But as everybody said, you should have been at home with your wife. And when you're in a casino, times pass by so quickly because when you're in a casino, you don't know is it night or day outside because there's no windows there. The lighting is a certain way. The only way you know what time it is if you walk past and you see through a door or something that you seen is day or night, because you can get carried away by being in a casino. If you playing and you winning like that, you can get carried away. But either or, I hope he gets help. I hope they have. I thought she had a baby already. I guess I was wrong. But either or, you need some help. You got your lawyer and all that type of stuff. Get your money because you won your money and stay out of that casino because obviously they don't want to keep paying you your winnings. That's all I got, Diva.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you, Katrina. I'm coming to you, Tay. Give me a minute. His winnings, he deserves his winnings if he won. That's the least of my problem right now. I feel like Ashanti got herself into something. There has been speculation about Nelly and alleged substance issues for a while. There was a concert back, and I think this was in 2023. The fans was like, this was painful to watch. Nelly's Australian performance goes viral, sparks concerns amongst fans about his well-being. And I do remember now recalling seeing the video. He didn't know the words to his own song. He seemed to be stuttering. I can't play this right here, but I will put it in the link because his music, I'm gonna get dinged for it. But it wasn't a good look. It was bad. I don't know how many of y'all also remember that.
That's what I was talking about. That's the one I was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. It was bad. It wasn't a good look. So Nelly, he seems to have a problem. And the other baby mama, she was talking about she was mad, but wasn't mad that her and Nelly broke up. Girl, sometimes God give you a gift and you got to thank the lucky heavens for it, because now he's somebody else's problem. So
And don't
Ashanti
forget
gonna
about
have
the art. I'm sorry, Giz, I'm sorry.
Ashanti
Okay.
gonna have a new baby, and a person a new baby and her husband with alleged said issues. Tay, you're up.
I feel bad for Shanti because she sure don't need the stress over for this right here. Neil, you should know better than to go to a casino in the first place to gamble stuff. Lord have mercy, boy. You is too old to go to casino. Your buddy needs to stay home with the wife. Help her take care of the child when she go to birth. You know, be there, hold her hand, everything. Like how a man supposed to be a husband right there. I don't know, Diva. He probably doing what he ain't supposed to do over there at casino, because we all know how Nelson probably was a player back in those days. Cause Randy, I hope you stay healthy and safe. You don't need the stress. Just both y'all need to come out retirement. That's all, Diva.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Tay. Where am I at? Leo, you're up.
Wow, we on the substance train tonight. Yeah. Ashanti, I feel like she probably already knew that he dibbles and dabbles. Once again, people find out about what the entertainers do as if they have a problem. I'm quite sure that she sees it as recreational, and meaning dipping and dabbing in it here and there. There's many red flags that's going on here. Many red flags. You got the pills with you. You gambling till 5 o'clock in the morning. Okay. You're pregnant at home. You're 43 years old, which is already a geriatric pregnancy.
That's facts. It's facts.
Your support system is not there. This is problematic, and I had great hopes for this couple. So what I'm thinking is that the problems that they may have had in the past when they dated from 2003 to 2013, it wasn't the substance, it was the hole in the road. So now you got rid of him, you've been done with him for 10 years, then you go back and start dealing with him, and then you just trade it up for a new problem. Because he's still the father of her child, Diva. It's not like she can just get rid of him. She's already married to him. So I also feel bad for her. She done jumped out the frying pan into the skillet. It is she done traded up for bigger problems with this man. He too old to be this reckless. We shouldn't have to. No one should have to worry about their partner, their mate, their significant other is around here with X pills and at the casino at 5 o'clock in the morning. Ain't nothing wrong with going to the casino. Ain't nothing wrong with having a good time at the casino. I'm not trying to say that, but it's too many red flags of recklessness, and it's not gonna get better. It's definitely gonna get worse.
She signed up for this. And that's very sad.
She did. It's sad. And listen, if she got the memo, she just didn't read it.
Oh my God.
She got the memo. She know he like to dab. She know how he like to dip and dab. She's been knowing this man for over 20 years. She know how he get down. She got the memo. She just ain't read it.
Yikes. Yikes. I appreciate you, Leo. Julius, you're up.
Yeah, I had to do my research, and according to Media Takeout, from one of their articles from July 20th, Ashanti did give birth, but they're being private with that, which is respectable. And especially for Ashanti, if this turns out to be true, so I want to say speculative warning, allegedly she has given birth.
Yeah, I thought she did to a baby girl. I felt that
A
way.
baby boy.
Oh, it was a boy?
Yep, a baby boy.
Okay.
But Nelly, my dude, you pushing 50. You pushing 50, or you might already be there. You got a new baby. You have a new wife. You gotta smarten up, my guy. You gotta smarten up. Because what are you gonna install to him? I mean, you got a second chance with Ashanti. You got a second chance. And she said when she broke up with him in 2014, she didn't look for him or nothing. She said she put the deuces up and kept it pushing. Bruh, smarten up. You got a second chance with her for a reason. Don't let it slip up doing all the stupid stuff. Smarten up.
Appreciate you, Julia. Shan, you're up. Are you there, Shan?
Hey. Oh, I'm
Hey.
sorry.
Okay.
So I was one of those people. I was really, really, really happy for Auntie because, you know, I'm one of those delulu people that feel like you can get back with your first love and things can work out, yada, yada, yada. Because I've seen it happen, right? But now, I mean, I was happy for her until now. I hope this is not true. But I have so many questions. Like Leo said, why are you out so late? I could give birth any second. I'm a high-risk pregnancy. It's like so many questions. The pills, the this, the that. Why your grown ASS don't have car insurance? It's not like you don't got the money. You just want a ton load. You have money for your music, endorsements, whatever you have. It's like, why don't you have car insurance? I just have a lot of questions since 2018, allegedly. Yeah, I feel bad for Ashanti. I hope this is not stressing her out too much. And yeah, fix it, Jesus. And I'm disappointed in Nelly because I feel like he's one of the artists I don't really hear stuff about. But then when I was younger, I wasn't really paying attention that much to social media. So who knows? But I didn't really hear much about him like negatively. So I was shocked when I heard about this. But go home, be next to your wife, get help if you need help, like fix it.
And he already has a little boy. He had a little boy with his ex-girlfriend that he was with before he got with Ashanti. And so she had broke up with him. And so he has 2 kids. I mean, I don't know if he had another child before this other young boy that he most recently had with the ex-girlfriend, but Ashanti's baby is not his first. I do know that. LaDon, you're up.
Hello. I don't have much to say about this situation. I just feel like dang, I wanted them to make it. You know, I'm not saying they're not making it, but I want them to be like happily ever after. But things don't always work out that way, does it? But they still probably have, this is a situation, they'll probably get over it. And like his lawyer, I believe his lawyer going to get him out of it. So they'll be okay.
I appreciate you. Yeah, his lawyer could get him out of this, but a substance abuse problem is a substance abuse problem. And if he was at the concert in 23 and it's only 24 and people were concerned, and it seems like, because the lawyer even said that he just won a big win the week before. So it seems like the casino is his thing. So it seems like there are some alleged several addiction. There's a gambling addiction, and it seems like there's a substance addiction. That's a lot of addictions. Both of them just is equally hard to break away from. So it seems like we need to slide him into some type of rehab or wellness center if we want this thing to work with him and Ashanti. I'm a leave with Leo on this. She got the memo, she just didn't read it because she wanted to get married and have her baby. You're up.
Well, hello.
Hey.
How can
Hello.
I say this? Oh, hi. I when the story first came out and we spoke about it here, I believe I was in the minority then when I said I wasn't impressed. I didn't think it was anything beautiful about the reuniting. This man has been doing this type of stuff. And to me, there are a few things to take notice of. Cornell's attorney said that he is confident that these charges will go nowhere, which translates to me that, he's Donald Trump Jr. He's going to work the system. Why is the case going nowhere when the man is breaking the law? Drugs are illegal. Driving under the influence is illegal. The lawyer didn't say Cornell does not do drugs. The lawyer didn't say that my client is willing to submit to a drug test. Well, why not? We know Nelly has a history of drugs. He's been arrested for drugs before. He indulges. He's not ready to be a parent to a baby Rottweiler, and he is already somebody's grandfather, for crying out loud. I'm not falling into this conspiracy theory nonsense. He didn't get pulled over for winning the lotto or the gambling or whatever he did. He wasn't at the slot machines and they said, oh, let's get this black man. No, he was pulled over for the outstanding warrant, and the officer stated there was X in the car. Rather than him being charged and taken to jail like regular folk, his attorney said, we are going to launch an inquiry into the officer's professional history to see what we find. Oh, so that's where we're going with this. Okay. If you ask me, that sounds like a scare tactic. It's a deflection, and it will probably work, but it is unfortunate. Rich folks are able to use these evasion tactics to get out of tickets in jail and consequences, and poor people have to do double the time. And people love to say Kamala locked up a bunch of black men, but it seems like every time I turn around, there's so many of them that got away. Like I said, this person, he has a history with drugs. He has a history of cheating, and people say, he should have been at home with Ashanti. Why? If the lady is pregnant or just had the baby, don't do drugs in the house. Go do that outside. I think he did the right thing. He wants to spend this money frivolously, or shall I say, he went to the casino to make money because he hasn't been on anybody's tour. We know this year, all the people from his time have been going on tour, right? He doesn't have any new music, so maybe he needed to do this so he can buy for, pay for some Pampers and bottles. And meanwhile, Ashanti is out working like a Hebrew slave, performing every night in 6-inch heels, over 7 months pregnant, and singing all those old songs and screeching and yelling on pitch like Lauryn Hill past 2022. I'm in the minority tonight again, just like I was when you brought this story the first time around, Eva. Yeah, he needs to be in jail. And I'm going to second what you said before you brought me up. My heart doesn't break for Ashanti. She knew who he was. She picked him. She married him. And she married a drug addict, and she married a cheater. And for all I know, she does drugs too. I mean, she's getting her freak on too. I have to remember when she became famous, she was sleeping with a married man herself. For Pete's sake, I mean, she cheated on Irv Gotti with Nelly. The girl is not innocent. She's nowhere near innocent. He was all of those negative things before she spun the block. And if she really was this pristine, innocent person that she portrays on Instagram, then why was no man after Nelly willing to give her this baby she wanted so desperately? She looks good on the outside, but something wayward is going on via the inside. And so I'm just going to leave it right there. Choo-choo!
Oh, good God. Now she working and she 9 months pregnant.
Well, she was. I was tired of seeing
No,
those videos.
she was, but
Yes.
but good gosh. Okay, all right. Q said not screeching in hell. I mean, well,
You too much.
listen. Then there's that. I wish her the best. She took on a lot. This is a lot. She took on a lot. We're gonna roll right into the feel good story. It's more of an update. I don't know how feel good it is, but it's going to be our final story because I thought it was important to have this this particular update. So let me go ahead and play it. Hold on one second.
10 years since 18-year-old Michael Brown Jr. was shot and killed by police officer Darren Wilson in Ferguson, Missouri. For his family, the pain is still very present.
I got a chance to sit down with Mike's mother, Leslie McSpadden, in an exclusive conversation to talk about that terrible day, where she is now, and her son's legacy. So it's been a minute since I've seen you. What has it been like over the past 10 years for you?
Emotional, sad, heartbreaking, waiting on the promises that were made by certain officials. 10 years later, those promises have just become broken promises.
Leslie McSpadden claims promises were made by the current St. Louis County prosecuting attorney after a 2014 grand jury declined to press charges. The state attorney then chose not to pursue charges in 2020. The 18-year-old was shot 6 times by then Ferguson, Missouri police officer Darren Wilson back on August 9th, 2014. It all stemmed from an encounter earlier in the day when Brown was accused of stealing a pack of cigarillos from a nearby liquor store. The killing of Brown ignited weeks of protests. Unrest and chaos erupted in the small town located 15 miles north of St. Louis, putting Ferguson into the public consciousness. Can you take us back to that day when you first found out? Where were you?
I was at work. I had an incoming call, and I looked at my phone. It was my sister. She just said to me, "They shot Mike. Those are her only words to me when I clicked over and say hello. My heart dropped, my phone dropped. And I can't tell you anything that happened after that for probably 72 hours because I died for a second there.
Still grappling with the sudden death of her son, McSpadden has found some relief with the birth of her first grandson, a precious gift from her daughter.
I'm so proud to be a grandma, and when I found out, I cried. Because I felt like God was giving me another chance.
Another chance?
Another chance.
At
getting it right if I got it wrong.
Do you feel like you did something wrong?
I think that as a parent, I'm sorry, but you always feel responsible. Because that's your child, that's your baby. You are their protector. So, not saying that I did, but if I did, I appreciate this chance with my grandson that I love so much. He's just crazy about me too.
Now, a decade later, McSpadden finds herself still seeking accountability for her son's death. What is the change that you would like to see?
Oh my God, I would like to see a fair investigation.
We reached out to the county prosecuting attorney's spokesperson by phone, and he told us that Wesley Bell promised to review the evidence and would never promise to file charges in any case. And he kept that promise by reviewing the evidence and making a public announcement that he would not file charges. At the end of the day, as was concluded by the DOJ and other investigative agencies, there is not sufficient evidence to justify any charges.
Don't condemn them for being human.
Civil rights attorney Ben Crump represented McSpadden and the family right after Brown was killed.
Everybody to a one in that black neighborhood said that Michael had his hands up. And I don't care what you allege he did. Once he puts his hands up, you don't kill him.
Wilson claimed Brown attacked him and tried to take his service weapon. The DOJ later determined in an investigative report that it could not confirm Brown surrendered to the officer before he was shot and killed. A St. Louis County grand jury would also decline to press charges against Wilson.
We're gonna
Wilson resigned from the police force soon after. Back in July, we reached out to Wilson by phone to request an interview, and he told us he had no comment.
How would you like for your son, your baby, to be remembered?
As a great big brother, all of his siblings love him. He would have been a great contribution to this world had his time not been cut short.
Our many thanks to Mike's mom, Leslie, for having that conversation with us.
Yeah, you were just so tender with her, and it's amazing that she's able to come out 10 years later and talk about her son in such loving terms.
Yeah, to see her strength, you know, how far she's come as well.
Yeah, thank you for that, DeMarco.
That was a great update. I can't believe it's been 10 years since that particular situation happened. I want to thank y'all for being here with me. I truly, truly, truly appreciate y'all. Y'all know the routine. If you didn't hit the like button coming in, y'all need to hit it on the way out. Thanks for being here. Good night. Goodbye, everybody.